The horror film Hereditary is merely a depiction of the operation and success of a Crowleyan ritual. The movie starts with the grandmother's funeral, where she leaves behind her daughter Annie, her son-in-law Stephen, her grandson Peter, and her granddaughter Charlie. The first thing we notice is the pendant on her necklace. Paying close attention, we also see that Annie, while speaking at her funeral, is wearing the same pendant. The ornamentation of the necklace reflects that of a satanic sigil found in the Lesser Key of Solomon. Pretty early on in the movie, the audience gets the sense that this family's past is littered with the practice of the dark arts, as we see that in a shot of the grandma's room, there is a triangle of Solomon. Mystics would use this sigil as a sort of boundary for protection against spirits and demons that they would summon in between the boundaries of the triangle. As the plot begins to unfold, Peter and Charlie are on their way home from a party, and while Charlie's head is hanging out the window, Peter swerves into a light pole by accident, and Charlie's head is flung from her body. This leaves the mother Annie completely devastated, and while searching for closure at a meeting with other parents that have lost loved ones, she is comforted by the character Joan, who claims that she has lost her son. Beguiling Annie into spiritualism, Joan performs a seance and shows how Annie can get in contact with her deceased daughter Charlie. As the plot begins to reach its climax, demonic events begin to take place in the family's home. Later on, while Annie is going through some of her mother's things, she finds a photo album, and we learn that the grandmother was actually part of a satanic coven of witches. Flipping through the same photo album, Annie discovers that Joan was actually part of the same coven as her mother. When Annie goes to Joan's apartment to confront her about what she had found, we can actually see the same triangle of Solomon, with Peter's picture in the middle. Troubled by Joan's trickery, Annie heads home and discovers more findings about her mother's wicked past. On the doormat that she pulls out of her mother's belongings, we can actually see the same sigil of Palamon that was seen on the necklaces at the beginning of the movie. Annie also discovers a grimoire, which describes the ritual and invocation of King Palamon. Reading the text carefully, we can see that it mentions the Goetia. The term Goetia, deriving from the ancient Greek meaning witchcraft, references an anonymous grimoire compiled in the mid-17th century. This grimoire, known as the Lesser Key of Solomon, was edited by Aleister Crowley and MacGregor Mathers in 1904. It instructs the reader on how to perform 72 invocations of various demons, including King Palamon. Notice that the sigil used in the actual grimoire matches that of the symbolism that we see hidden all over Hereditary. At the culmination of the film, we learn that it is Peter who is being possessed by the demon spirit of King Palamon. While in class, Peter is demonically possessed by King Palamon. We know this because he makes the same hand gesture that appears in both the grimoire that shows the depiction of King Palamon and also of the idol that is displayed at the very end of the movie. Peter is then crowned as King Palamon in the flesh, and the ritual is termed a success. He who has spiritual discernment should easily be able to see the glorification of Crowley and satanic magic that is hidden within this film. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Therefore, put on the whole armor of God.